Okay guys, so I wanted to do a review on I'm not entirely sure what it's called, I have to look it up on horse.com because I can't remember the name of this, but I think it's an Amish headstall and breastplate, and I haven't seen any reviews for these pieces of tack, so I figured I would do a review because I have had it for quite a while. The breast collar I've had since November, the bridle I've had since December-ish. So I've had them for quite a while, and I have tried them out quite a bit, and I have to say that I really do like these products. So if you guys don't know what my bridle looks like, so the headstall, I can't remember who it's by. Like I said, I don't remember. I know that the reins are by Weaver, but I don't remember who the breast or who this piece of tack actually is by. But it's got the snake skin on the inside, and it's fake snake skin. It's not real, as far as I can remember. But it's held up really nicely. I was afraid that the sweat was going to damage the fake snake skin and make it just look weird and tear it up. But it's actually held up really, really nicely. And the breast collar is exactly the same. It's got the same patterning on it. And I love that it has the stopper on the back, and so I don't know, I like it. It just makes it so that it's more solid on the horse's chest. It's just something that I like. But so I'm going to talk about the bridle first, because there are certain things that I like about the breast collar and certain things I like about the bridle itself. Now, it's been a while since I've done a review, so if I start rambling, I'm sorry, just bear with me. I'll get to a point eventually. But it's held up very nicely. I went to, what was it? Oh, I know, it was like a Renaissance-y fair type thing. It was a fair, and I was asked by the person that holds the fair to bring Bugsy down and just ride around, and I was dressed up with my little cloaky looking thing, and it was so much fun. And I got so many compliments on this tack set because everyone thought it was just so pretty and so cool, and it stands out, the white stands out so nicely against Bugsy's chest and face. And it's a very nice looking bridle without being overly flashy. Which I'm not one of those people that likes to have a lot of bling or a lot of fancy stitching and fancy little rhinestones on my bridles or conchos. I was never really into that, but this is enough of a reserved bridle while still being very elegant and pretty, which is sort of my style when it comes to tack. So I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this quite a lot. And like I said, I thought the stitching was going to come out and that was just going to fall off and just this piece was just going to come off, but it's held on really nice. It's got a nice bit of padding, so it's very comfortable for Bugs. And she just looks great in it. Next I'm going to talk about the breast collar. Now, one thing that I hate about the red breast collar that you'll see in my tack box tour is that it has a piece, so if this goes on a horse like this, it has a piece that goes across here, so it connects. That's a very English style breast piece. This is more of a Western style breast collar. I don't like the way that it sits on the withers. I don't like it that much. It's also a little more difficult to put on because you do have to put it over their head. This, you just put it on one side, which this is the side that I keep it on. That's why it's undone, because I took it off my saddle. And then just wrap it around the horse, put it on the other side. Boom, you're done. Do the bottom piece. You're good to go. So I do like the stopper because it makes it solid, which I mentioned. If you do have a tie down or a martingale, I don't know if you actually, yeah, I think you put martingales on through the chest piece. I never use martingales. I don't know how they work. But it has that so that you can clip that on, which is outstanding. And it also has this little piece down here, which not all breast collars have this, which is really annoying. So what this does is you adjust it up and down, which I have it upside down right now. So if you have a horse that has a thinner chest, you're going to want to put this up a little bit more. If you have a horse that has more of a bulky chest, you can put this down more. So it's easier to fit this to your horse because it has this, which I love so much because I've gotten so many breast collars for horses and they don't fit underneath them. There's either too much room or it's too tight and it just doesn't look right, doesn't feel right to the horse. But so again, there's a lot of padding in here, so it's nice and comfortable for Bugs. She seems to really enjoy it. Was there a point I was going to make? Oh, Bugsy likes to sweat a lot in her chest, which is why I was really afraid that this was going to break or just fall off. And it's held up so well because that's her really, really sweaty spot is her chest and underneath her girth. So that's outstanding. It's very, very easy to clean. It is synthetic leather. Synthetic leather? That's not right. So all you do is just wipe it down with a wet cloth, or a damp cloth, not a wet cloth. You don't want it dripping, you just want it damp. Wipe it down, it's clean, it's good to go. You don't have to worry about getting oil or leather cleaners, which is great because the only thing that I have that's actual leather is my boots, because my saddle is a Wintex synthetic saddle. But I don't think I have any complaints about this breast collar or the bridle. Nope. I have no complaints on either one of these pieces of equipment. I think that they're great. I do recommend them to people that have a black saddle. I'm one of those people where I don't like to mix brown and black tack. Like, it's weird enough that I'm riding in brown boots with a black saddle and a black bridle. I mean, that's just annoying to me enough as it is. And the fact that I have a black helmet, which I never wear anyhow, so it's not that big of an issue. But the only thing that's brown is my boots, which does annoy me a little bit. But I had a brown bridle before this, and I've gotten this black bridle, and I like it so much more because it matches. I'm one of those people where I can't stand mixing the colors of leather. But if you have a black saddle, this is a perfect, it's a perfect set. It's so nice. It's very, very pretty. It's not an English bridle, which is the difference between an English bridle and a Western bridle is an English bridle doesn't break here.